UFOs, UAEs, drones, whatever you want to call them. There's been a whole bunch of sightings of these things up in the sky. I just got turned on to another YouTuber, Backyard Professor, and he did a whole video about all the sightings that are happening and some really interesting possible AI predictions. So we will be right back. Welcome to my channel. I'm Annabelle. I'm a tarot practitioner for over 35 years. In this video, we are talking about a potential UFO major event on December 3rd or December 4th. How do we get there? This is bananas, guys. So Backyard Professor on YouTube, I'm going to put links to both of the videos he did. He did 2 videos because he did have to make some corrections in the second one. But basically what he is talking about, there's been a great deal of UFO activity in the United States and in the United Kingdom. Cheerio to my friends in the United Kingdom. And there was a prediction back in 2009 that there was potentially going to be a major, like, Battle of Los Angeles kind of event somewhere in the skies on planet Earth. So let's break it down. Let's take a look. Let's see if there's anything going on there. As always, thank you so much for being here. This is definitely fringy and on the edge kind of video that I'm going to do today. I love the conspiracy theory. I'm still waiting for the aliens to get here, but let me catch you up. So back in 2009, there was a gentleman named Cliff High who created an AI predictability counter. It essentially was an AI driven software that would go into the internet, apply emotional qualities to different aspects, and then would compile like probability timelines. So very, very cool. Except that his AI generator had predicted that there was going to be a melee. That's a quote. For our purposes, melee, I want you to understand, it's not just a fight. It's a really chaotic fight. You can't tell who's who in it. Everybody's just kind of think the Battle of the Five Armies or the Battle of the Bastards or any of those things. Lord of the Rings for the first one and Game of Thrones for the second one. So it's really a chaotic kind of mosh pit kind of fighting. So the prediction is that there is either going to be one set of UFOs, 2 sets of UFOs, and possibly our Air Force and airborne protections here on planet Earth. So pretty wild. There's been sightings all over the UK, over their military installations. There was an event over the Manchester airport. So I'm gonna put a link to that as well. And there have been sightings over Washington, D.C. just in the last few days. There is an article that does try to debunk it and say that the lights are reflected, that it's a camera flare. I don't know. I don't know if I'm buying it. But we're going to take a look at that. We're going to see what's going on. Now, on top of it, we also have an event with the Schumann resonance reader. So what is the Schumann resonance reader? Don't you worry. I'm going to have a link in the description as well. The Schumann resonance reader reads the energetic fields that are taking place, bouncing back and forth between planet Earth and the kind of finite edge of our atmosphere. So it does kind of bounce back and forth. What is going on with the Schumann resonator? It's got a big blank spot in it. It's got 7 hours of blank. Now, have you had any of the following? Ears ringing, dizziness, sleeplessness, insomnia, aches and pains, those kinds of things. The anomalies in the energetic fields of the planet will cause physical issues. So my ears have been ringing for like 4 days. So I did not know that there was anything going on with the Schumann resonance reader or the resonance of the planet. I had no idea, but my ears were driving me nuts. And I actually was going to talk to my acupuncturist today about it, Dr. Wang. So this isn't the first blackout that we're seeing in the Schumann resonance reader. And I'm gonna just show you a screenshot here of what it looks like. So let me share my screen so you can just see this, and that we'll have a link for this as well. So this is what a blackout looks like on the Schumann resonance reader. So this is from 2002. You can see it's April 8th, 2002. There was this big 27-hour blackout. But we also have the blackout here, this 7-hour blackout that we had on 12/3 going into today. This was a huge blackout. So very curious. You know, one train of thought is that this is the vibrational energy of the planet raising, and that it just kind of shifts for a second. It's like when you skip a shift in your car. Some other people that think we're timeline jumping into a different timeline. Maybe we're doing that. There's some people thinking that that's aliens coming in and it's disrupting the energetic field. So that is a crazy, crazy thing. So we're going to get into this. We're going to talk a little bit about all of this stuff. So it's a lot to digest. Hopefully we're going to get to all of this today. So I'm going to do my best to do this. So let's start with, I'm just going to bring up my card view here, and we'll do this like this. So let's start with Cliff High. Start with Cliff High. Does Cliff High's AI simulator or AI, it's called WeBot. It looks like WebBot. Let's see if that has accurately predicted something that will happen presently. Page of Swords, it is a truth teller. Page of Swords is the truth teller. 10 of Wands. The Moon, hidden things, kids. 10 of Pentacles, the truth. The truth is going to be revealed. So High Priestess, under the surface, the Empress. So the things that we have not yet seen proof of are likely going to be brought out as truth and something that we need to understand better and work at. That 8 of Pentacles there. Up here, our High Priestess. This is communication with higher powers, higher beings, things that are up in the air further from us. And then down here, this Empress in reverse. This is something that we can't control. This is something that we have not given birth to. We're all going to be in for it. So very interesting. This is what that predictor is showing us. So the Schumann resonance with this massive 7-hour blackout. I mean, it's not massive, but you know, we've seen other ones. But this 7-hour blackout that we saw, what caused that? King of Pentacles. The Alpha, the Omega. The Two of Wands. Hermit. We are not alone. The Magician. We are not the top of the heap anymore. Nine of Cups. Going to be a little interesting. Seven of Pentacles. Share and share alike. That Nine of Pentacles is not something that we want to see. So as humans, we are so comfortable being at the top of our game, at the top of the food chain, if you will. I hope that's not going to be predictive, but being at the top of the food chain, we're so used to that when we get something that comes along and is better than us, it's very disturbing. It's going to take us off our game. So I do think that we're going to see something different. Did we switch timelines? Was there a timeline switch here? Nine of Cups, Seven of Pentacles upright, Hermit in reverse, Nine of Wands, Four of Cups, Ten of Cups. The World is underneath. So I get the feeling that like the Vogons just showed up. Where my hitchhiker's at? I feel like the Vogons just showed up and we're going to have to kind of ride that until the wheels fall off. That 10 of Cups is quite curious. It's quite curious. So this does say that maybe something punched through into the energetic field. If you are traveling in cross-galactic vehicles, you may have to utilize a system that would interfere with the resonance and the energy fields of planet Earth. So curious indeed. Curious indeed. So how are people going to react to an event like this? How are people going to react? Seven of Swords. We're going to see people freak out. So people are going to freak out. It's going to be every man for himself. So my ears, my ears. The orb that was at the Manchester airport. Scout or speck on somebody's lens. Maybe it was a speck. Ace of Cups. Scout. Temperance. Three of Pentacles, not ready to communicate yet. The Lovers will be getting there. Trying to figure out how to communicate. Three of Swords. I don't think that people were very welcoming to that. I think that Three of Swords looks very, very bad in terms of what the reception was like. So I think there may have been a bit of aggressive action taken on the part of the Manchester airport. And maybe it spooked off our scout who is maybe going to try and talk to us. Now, the events in Washington, D.C. that have happened just recently. The events in Washington, D.C. with the lights that we saw. One of them, like, just kept flaring up. It was wild. It was wild. The lights over D.C. Friend or foe? Friend or foe? Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands has firepower. Seven of Cups. A lot of choices. A lot of choices. Eight of Cups. Possibly will mosey on their way. Nine of Swords in reverse. 10 of Cups. The World in reverse. I'm going to say this guy's Ace of Wands at the bottom. What I think we are going to get, I think we're going to get a clear image of our possible neighbors and potential overlords. I think we're going to get a clearer image of them. So that's going to bring us to the real conspiracy part. And for that, I'm going to need my good friend, Alicia Wicker's deck. So I want to bring that a little bit closer to me. You guys can see her there. Our lovely Alicia. So Project Bluebeam. Let's talk a little bit about I think I said Project Blue Book. That would be if you were selling your car. Project Bluebeam is a potential event that would project alien or God imagery onto the sky, cloud cover, whatever. And the intention is to have this image of God speak to all of the countries in the world and say, you have been following the wrong truth. You have been following the wrong doctrine, and it will transform into a common God over every single country, and it will unite the clans and give us directions from there. Project Bluebeam is an possible effort to keep us in one place, keep us pinned down, keep us fat and happy for the masses. And I will tell you guys this. When the pandemic was going on, for some reason, I became like obsessed with lizard people. And I just really thought the ground was going to open up in the backyard and lizard people were going to come out. I hope it doesn't happen. But, you know, lizard people becomes a very scary thing. So do we scare people back into their homes, back into your caves, back into your safe little areas? Do we scare people with that? Do we do that? Is that what's happening? Is Project Bluebeam at hand? Project Bluebeam. I'm saying it again. Project Bluebeam. 8 of Swords. Page of Wands. King of Swords in reverse. The Tower. And 5 of Swords. Conflict. So Project Bluebeam is a possibility. The idea is locked in. We can't get out of it. 10 of Wands. It runs the potential of having everybody go absolutely bananas all over the place. It just does. This is a way that maybe we gain control over the masses by letting them go a little bit bananas. So let's pull out some cards. We're going to do 2 different decks of the True Crime Conspiracy deck. This is a big deck. It's a really big deck. That's not even all of it, guys. So but wait, there's more. It's like the 5th time I said that today. It's my catchphrase today. All right, here we go. Let's see, what can we expect? Is this Project Bluebeam? I've been saying this for a few days. The sky has been full of those wonderful lines in the sky. I am the eye in the sky. Thinking of you, I can read your mind. Not really. Contracts. Let's get this back. So we've got chemtrails, prophecy, contract, giants. Oh, it's the crypto. Looking for crypto. Midnight, not a sound from the pavement. Freedom from memories. Freedom from memories. What else do we have, kids? Ritual. Curse, ritual. What else? One more for the win. Those Georgia Guidestones that want us to have, and these guys just jumped out. This is from the last one. Do you guys remember my last video? There's going to be war over water on a boat. Spaceships. So do I think that this is a Project Bluebeam event? Kind of do. I kind of do. So what can you do to keep yourself safe and sound and not insane? What can you do? So let's pull some cards on that. I'll make everybody feel better. We'll wrap this up, make you guys feel good. Six of Pentacles. Be kind to each other. I was telling my girlfriend Lisa, and she said, oh, maybe we'll all stop fighting and we'll just get along. She's not wrong. 10 of Cups. Love the one you're with. Love your brother. These are good cards. Knight of Wands. When the time comes, take up arms. Take up what you need to do. And defend one another. The Knight of Wands really does that. He's a creative thinker. He is a rash mover, though. So we want to be careful about that. What else do we have? We have the 5 of Cups. Don't be disappointed. Have faith, have faith, have faith in the Magician. I'm going to do one more here. And there's the Sun. All good things at the end. So we are looking at a process through our crazy world here. And so is this a Project Bluebeam event? I think it is. I think we're going to see some Project Bluebeam stuff. I think that the events that we're seeing are generated. I'm sorry if I'm disappointing all my alien fans out there, but I think that we're going to see some generated events. I think they're going to try and scare us a little skinny. I have a few extra pounds, so that's not a bad thing. And I think the next couple of days is going to be very, very interesting. So the catalyst of this event, was it Joe Rogan interviewing Donald Trump? Perhaps this was part of the game plan. This was in their playbook, if you will. But I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope I didn't scare you guys too much. Let's see what happens over the next 2 days. This video is going to drop on the 3rd. So let's check in later in the day and make sure that we're all here. So thanks so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the future.